Hello everyone, Switched here with another fair video about G5. Ever since we know that the magic is gone in G5, but since we don't know exactly how much time had passed since G4 and G5, it could have been at least a couple of decades, it could have been up to a century, or perhaps even 2 centuries. So the main question here is, who is the one who rules Equestria? Even long before Equestria was founded, we know that their ancestors or the ponies were divided in 3 tribes and each had their own rulers. So after the foundation of Equestria, all tribes united as in one single society. But at the beginning of G5, there are no as much any magic, and friendship and harmony had been replaced by paranoia and mistrust. So the main question here is, who rules Equestria ever since then? Or if there is any Equestria has any a single ruler at all? Ever since we know that Twilight became the next ruler by the end of season 9. So, even though we know that Twilight may not even live for 1,000 years since like Luna and Celestia did. So even assume if she lived maybe for 100 years or maybe something like that, and she may have to find some pony to replace her as an alicorn. But even if there are in fact an alicorn as the main ruler in Equestria in G5, so why would that be any problem? Well, we don't know that yet. I mean, consider from that G5 were had been as a society had been filled with mistrust and paranoia, and all the tribes that were one are living separately, divided once again, as it did over 1,000 years ago. So, the main question is: there a single ruler of Equestria, and what is the condition of the kingdom in the future? Because before before the foundation of Equestria, the ponies lived in separate each tribe. So when it came to Equestria and found it as all they brought came together as one single united kingdom. So during a lifetime of ruling of Equestria by Celestia and Luna, the kingdom remained united. But at some point, and after doing G4's gap between G5, what happened? Is the kingdom still united as under one ruler, as one united kingdom? Or is the entire kingdom had been split, divided in multiple smaller kingdoms, which ruled by his own single ruler? I mean, even we know that one of the characters, Pip, is a princess, or at least the name princess. So could she have been one of the ponies? Perhaps maybe she is one of the many rulers in a different smaller kingdoms or at least something like that. Or maybe that the entire society has been changed and that there no longer aren't any alicorns around in Equestria, and maybe that the new royal family is consist of just Pegasi. I mean, that would be completely differently as from back in G4. Like alicorns or Pegasi, or at least unicorns, can be transformed to alicorns, has been part of the royal family in Equestria. Luna, Luna, Celestia, alicorns. Cadence, alicorn. Blue blood, unicorn. Still, has always been maintained of alicorns and even one unicorn as in the royal family. But if there aren't at some point in the future, friendship has been replaced along with harmony to be mistrust and paranoia. So what if that the royal family is no longer as with alicorns and unicorns, and that entirely new royal family had taken place, had been replacing them with Pegasi? But if there is that case, what if that unicorn or at least Equestria are no longer as one single united kingdom, and that entire former Equestria is now divided into multiple smaller kingdoms. That would have a lot of, and some explanations at least from at least why. But if there are still acorns still in G5 and they are still in the ruling, that is the question. Is there not has been the entire kingdom been replaced by one single family to multiple kingdoms in the former kingdom of Equestria? That is the main question. Who is the one that rules Equestria? Is it one single ruler, or has the former kingdom of once united as one have been entered into smaller, multiple, at least multiple smaller kingdoms in the once former united kingdom of Equestria? Who knows? That is all of the thing I can think of. But if you have your own opinions, your thoughts, your perhaps even your own explanations, why or who could be ruling in Equestria if there's only one single ruler, or if that the entire former kingdom has been entered to multiple smaller kingdoms. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, this is Switch Diablo over and out.